you know we about to turn up. Switch the road to burn up. A couple partners leaning, we double cup the syrup. Ain't no trouble about to stir up.
What's going on, everybody? Happy 8 o'clock. Happy Wednesday. Hope everybody's enjoying their week. It's about that time, guys. Time for Sports Made with yours truly, the Godfather. Hope everybody's enjoying their day, as I've already said. I've been putting out some TikToks, and for some reason, today we're going to start the show off with you guys showing me how the hell to use the damn thing properly. Because I can't, for the love of me, figure out how to enable things so that you guys can stitch and do edit. X, I see in the background. Thank you for reminding me. Guys, it is a little bit of a special occasion. I know it's not a lot, but it's a milestone. This is my 10th episode, guys. So I appreciate you guys being on with me this long, and appreciate everything Sneaky's done for me. And like Sneaky says all the time, and the same goes for me. Because of you guys, I'm able to do this every week, and you guys are able to help me, and I'm able to help you guys. So I appreciate it. With that, everybody knows what happened this week in sports. Sneaky talked about it on his show. Ooh, sorry about that. Hit the table. Regan, what's up? I see you. We'll talk about a little bit about the Julio Jones trade. We'll talk about if anybody's seen what's going on. I haven't had a chance much because I've been running around busy today with the opening of minicamp, seeing Kenny Galladay out on the field with Daniel Jones, seeing what the defense is doing, stuff like that. I might have some big news for next weekend. I'm not sure if it's this weekend or next weekend, but I may be rubbing elbows with a current New York Giants offensive coordinator. I'll explain the story once we get some more people in here and we can talk about it. Positive Philly, I see you, brother. What's up, man? Just a lot of stuff going on. Like, I don't know why I do these things to myself. So, for instance, the reason today was so hectic was I actually literally scheduled 3 things and actually told my daughter I'd help her with another thing, all within an hour of each other. So I woke up this morning. I was dead tired. I didn't do my morning walk this morning, and I might not do it again tomorrow. So I'm going to have to make up for it on Friday and, next week. Or Saturday too, but I had my second COVID shot today. So here's how it started off. So I woke up this morning, got ready, had therapy for my mental, because if I don't talk about the issues I have, then I'm an asshole. And it's being light about it. The other thing I had to do was I had physical therapy, literally. So right now I'm doing my mental therapy with my counselor, virtually. So I pulled up to my physical therapy and had my session on the phone with her, got off the phone with her, went right into my physical therapy, was there, had to leave there a little early because I had to be back in order to get my daughter to get her blood shots, her blood work done. And then immediately after that was done, I had to go to my COVID shot, all within a matter of 4 hours, guys. So I did all that. I was actually literally able to, so I don't have a smoker yet. I'm trying to get one. I want an electric smoker because I don't want to, I know I'm going to get a lot of crap from the older guys. I understand, and I know 110% that it's going to taste better if I use a charcoal smoker or a wood smoker. That I know. The issue I have is I'm scatterbrained. So the best thing for me to be would get an electric smoker, set everything up, set the temperature, walk away, check on it every couple hours, spray some apple juice or whatever I'm using on it, and just let it go. So what I do now is I season up. I actually tried for the first time. I've seen it on TikTok and a couple other places where you rub mustard on your ribs as a binder. And I actually did it today, and you don't taste the mustard. I was actually shocked, and I think I put it on a little thick, only because of the way the dry rub stayed on. It was a little weird, but it still tasted great. I think I'm going to use a different seasoning because when I do ribs, I like them to have a little bit of sweeter than savory taste because the pork itself is savory. So I'd rather have the salt and the savory come from that. So I'll put on like a sweet rub. So I did make the ribs 2 ways, and I did like it with the mustard on it. So I did that. So what I did was I normally put it in the oven for 8 to 10 hours at 200, and then finish them off on the grill. And again, that's because I don't have a smoker yet. They usually come out really good. Today, I shortened up the time a little bit. I had to do 5 hours because I wanted to make sure everything was done by the time the family got home. It did cause a little bit of an issue with the ribs once I pulled them off the grill. So what happened was, I guess because they weren't totally done as far as cooking all the way through in the oven, because I only did 5 hours. When I put them on the grill, they cooked the rest of the way and they tightened up. So they were still fall off the bone, but they weren't as tender, if that makes sense to you guys. So, but they were really good. They were really good. I actually should have brought them in here to show you what they look like. My ribs look awesome. And my son loves when I make my own barbecue sauce. So I'm sure you guys heard of the Jack Daniel's sauces and stuff like that. When I make the sauce that I know how to make, I incorporate Southern Comfort. I don't know anybody else that's used it yet. I believe there may be one out there, but I use Southern Comfort in it, and it gives it the right sweetness, and the flavor is just phenomenal, guys. So, but having said that, and letting you know how my day went and how busy and hectic it was, I actually had a chance to get on Xbox for an hour and play some NHL 21. Of course, I'm the Rangers, and of course, I'm playing rookie because I haven't played in a long time, and I went undefeated, of course. So it might be time to go to the advanced mode. So having said that, I see a couple people backstage. So let's go right to my boy, the first one on. And I haven't busted his chops in a while, and that's because I'm starting to look at X as more of a brother than a nephew. So X, there we go. Here we go. What's up, bro?
Yo, what's good?
How are you, man?
I'm good.
I realized last night on Sneaky Show I can't even use 18 and 1 on you anymore. You're using it yourself.
Yeah, because he said they'll sneak up right on you, and I thought of 18 and 1.
Yeah, exactly. So what's up, man? How you doing?
10 episodes.
Yeah, man. It's kind of exciting.
Technically 11 if you count the episode that didn't have a name.
Yeah, but that was more of like a trial run so I can get a little acclimated to this. And I appreciate
the first
you guys.
I made the second episode barely. Third episode, I was on there on time, and I made it.
Yeah, I do this because of you guys, man. I mean, you guys make this fun for me. Even when I get on the the trolls, I don't mind the trolls so much. But when you get guys like, I'm not even going to say his name unless he comes on, but you know who I'm talking about. When he comes on and he disrupts Sneaky Show and again, like on Instascam, when we're on there, you see that dude, what's his name, Lean or something like that, comes on and he cracks his jokes and all that stuff, and he says he wants to make out with me and Sneaky. I think that stuff's funny, and you know what? He doesn't get. Yeah, I know he doesn't get too much worse than that. And again, it's usually about me and or Sneaky, so it's not really going at our families. So I'm cool with that. I think it's funny. But when you get personal, like who does, that's when I got to draw the line. You know what I mean?
Sneaky had a different side yesterday.
Yeah, and I'm glad he did because, these kids are, again, I think the kid said he was 14. And that's the one thing that I believe that he said. It's really disrespectful. And, you can't keep kids around like that. And it's sad because, Sneaky devotes so much time to his show for everybody to get on and stuff like that. And all that does is end up wasting time, waste the show, waste the fun we're going to have, stuff like that. Like, I don't want to get too much into it because I don't want these guys to feel like, they're doing or accomplishing what they're doing. So having said that, I see this stuff in here tonight. I'm booting them right away. It's not even a question. So what's up, man? What do you got going on, man?
Watching the Islanders versus Bruins. We got to win this game.
I'm not even watching anything right now, dude. As far as like the Knicks are done, the Yankees suck ass. I mean, in the worst way, dude. It's not even fun to watch, man. Like, I was watching a little. I just got done saying I don't watch. Watched a little bit of the game last night, and just like some of the stuff, like even Aaron Judge, it doesn't seem like he's hustling. Andujar, he is what he is. And it's the thing that hurts me the most is one of my favorite players on the Yankees, and I've been backing this guy. I just can't do it anymore. It's Gary Sanchez. I can't do it no more. I'm tired of his laziness. Like when he swings, if it's not a home run, you're pretty much going to guarantee you're striking this guy out. It's horrible. It's horrible to watch. Kiss, I see you, bro. What's going on? Ladies, okay.
It's a good time to be a Red Sox fan. Last year was horrible. It was miserable to watch.
I'd rather, only because I don't hate this team and I'm in the area, I'm going to end up rooting for the Phillies.
No, don't.
At least when the playoffs start, because at this rate, unless the Yankees get hot all of a sudden, I don't think I'm going anywhere this year.
Please don't watch the Phillies. And this is coming from a Boston fan.
I hear you. Sounds like Andrew Jones.
I changed my name on YouTube from YT_Xman to Boston X official.
Yeah, I saw that. As long as you put the X in there, I know exactly who you are. When you don't, I'm like, who the hell is this?
Boston official. Until you see the X, you don't know who it is.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm gonna bring you on, keep you on, and I want to bring CJ on because CJ's. Both of you guys have been hitting me up for this. CJ most recently, like the last week or so. You today for sure. CJ, what's up, bro?
Hi.
So I'm gonna see. Hopefully, you guys can walk me through this. So I'm getting on TikTok right now, and I even talked to my daughter. According to my daughter, which I don't think she's right, in order for me to enable the duet or stitch, I have to do it as I'm doing each video. Does that sound right, or can I do it?
Yeah, you had to do it. I had to do the same thing.
All right. So the other thing is, I did look it up on Google, and Google told me, and I'll show you guys so you guys don't think I'm bullshitting you. Google told me to go to settings. Where the hell is it? All right, I got to go to my thing, go to settings, and then go to privacy. And then right there, I don't know if you guys will see it, where it says duet and stitch, it gives you the option. It says everyone, friends, or only me. Now, I got it set up for friends. It was actually set up for everyone, but I don't want dumbasses. You know what I mean? You can see I got it toggled. It's set up for friends.
Okay.
So for whatever reason, it's not letting you guys do it. Now, if I go on like to stitch or duet my own videos, I don't know if it's because it's my account. It's all set up. So let me go to one of my videos. I'll do the last one I did. So here we go. If I hit it, it's giving me the option to do it.
Yeah, it does that for me too. Like right. I don't know.
I don't know what the hell's going on though. It's really weird why it's doing it.
Yeah, and again, tell me I had to turn my duets and stitches on so we could go back and forth.
Yeah, and I've been meaning to do it because I'm not that guy. I'll open up my videos for everybody.
Let's go, Bruin score.
Because even we sporting, he's a good dude, man, and I want to let him, clap back at my videos just like I clap back at your guys' videos when it needs to be done. But for whatever reason, it's just not letting me do it.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing I could think of is doing it with every video, but
there is one other thing, and I think this may be the problem, and I actually have to call Apple tomorrow. So I have obviously an iPhone, and I am on their beta program, so I get updates 2 weeks before everybody else does. I've heard from other people that have the beta that it jacks your phone up. It makes apps not work. It makes certain things in apps not work. So the only way for me to fix that is I have to call Apple, get on my laptop, hook up my phone, and go back to the most recent non-beta update. So that looks like that's what I'm going to do tomorrow because thank God I don't have any plans for tomorrow other than I have a Terminex coming out because my son's getting spiders in his room and my wife keeps finding wasps in my room. So
that is scary.
No, it's fun. I tell my son's like, I'm not going to bed till you come and kill this thing. And I'm like, well, if it lands in your mouth, it's extra protein. Don't worry about it.
I found a roach that was like this big earlier.
Where do you live?
Tampa.
Oh, yeah, they're big down there, dude.
And palmetto bugs, do you know what those are?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Dude, they're huge. Last time I was in Tampa was my honeymoon 20 years ago, bro.
What? That was the last time?
Last time we actually, and I wasn't there long. We took a flight from Newark, New Jersey, down to Tampa. We were there maybe 8 hours. We hopped on our cruise ship, went out to sea, came back, flew back home. It was that easy. Dude. I was there 8 hours,
Hey man, you
and it
need
was nice. The airport was really nice. I actually wanted to go venture out, but they didn't have no layovers or nothing, so we just kind of got off the boat, got it back on a plane. It was no time.
to enjoy the best city ever.
So, all right. I mean, other than that, the last time I was in Florida, I was actually gonna live there for a while. I was in Orlando, and I believe I was 18 at the time. And because I had really nothing going on for me here, so my mom suggested, "Why don't you just move down to Florida with your aunt?" So I went down there, and my cousins were down there, my aunt was down there. I had a job lined up for me, everything. I just got homesick like within a couple weeks, dude. I was just like, I can't do this.
Yeah.
And plus, in Orlando, unless you're going to Disney, it's basically a retirement home. So it's a bunch of old people. It was hard to find people my age down there.
Yeah.
I mean,
Orlando's
the
late.
highlight of my time down there was the time when Shaquille O'Neal was in his rookie 5 years, and he was playing for the Orlando Magic, and I actually ran into him. My cousin and I ran into him at one of the local malls.
That's crazy.
That was the highlight.
Derek,
And when I tell you the dude is as big as he looks on TV, he absolutely is. He's huge.
yeah, Derek Brooks is always running around. Like you never know where you're gonna find him.
Yeah, it's cool. Oh, so that's what I was saying. So earlier, what did X do? He jumped out? Sorry, X. I don't know what happened, bud. Come back in. I'll bring you on. So, all right. So my wife works at a dental office in Princeton, New Jersey. Princeton University is where Jason Garrett, the Giants offensive coordinator, went to school. My wife's office manager, her husband used to be the trainer for the New England Patriots. So once he retired and they moved to Princeton, they do a clinic with Jason Garrett at Princeton. My wife's office manager told me she talked to her husband, and I think it's next weekend, not this coming weekend. Next weekend, I'm going to go spend time down there with those guys, and hopefully I could talk to them a little bit, get a little one-on-one time.
Yeah.
So it'd be interesting.
For me, my grandma does like realtor work,
Okay.
and she was gonna sell a house to a dude that played on the Giants in 2011. I forgot his name. I think it was like David something, but I could be wrong. I know that his
deal.
No, not that guy. His last name I want to say started with a T.
David Tyree?
No, not he
Oh,
was
okay.
he was a lineman.
A lineman, David T. Oh, no, defensive lineman, David Tomlinson.
Maybe, but
Or
he
not Tomlinson. What the hell was his name? I think it was Thompson or Tom.
long and weird. I think.
Yeah. He was good. He was a good player too. He wore number 71. I can't think of his name though. David. Yeah, his first name was David. I'm thinking of Dalvin Tomlinson, but I forget. Fuck, what was? Now I got to look it up.
Yeah, but she almost closed on the deal with him, but apparently something happened. So I don't know.
Didn't happen.
Yeah. Would have been cool though.
Number 71 for the New York Giants in 2011. All right, that's definitely not him. All right, here we go. So right now it's Will Hernandez. That we
I think it was like a benched guy. Like he wasn't really that known.
I might have to try and rephrase it because it's giving me some dumb answers. Let me try this. In 2011, who wore number 71 for the New York Football Giants?
No, it wasn't Daniel Jones.
What's that?
Somebody said it was Daniel Jones or Drew Lock.
Oh my God.
That's funny.
Jimmy Kennedy. Okay, Dave Tollefson.
Maybe. I
It's
don't.
Tollefson. Yeah.
Yeah, that
I
was.
knew, yeah, when you said Dave and then T, he was the first person because I loved him. He was a great off the bench guy. He was one of those guys that was upbeat, and if the rest of the team was down, he was on the sidelines trying to get everybody riled up. Those are the kind of guys I like on my team.
Yeah,
Dave Jones and Drew Lock.
that's funny.
Yeah.
But yeah, you could go ahead and throw me in the backstage. I'll wait for my turn.
Well, actually, yeah, I'll come back and get you because I know Giants fan 10 was here. So let me get him back on, and I'll see you in a bit, bro.
G's up.
Thank you, sir. Jaden, you ready, bud? There he is. There's my boy. What's up, bro?
Hey, what's up?
How are you?
I'm good. Yourself?
Good. Why do our Yankees suck so bad?
I don't know.
It's so frustrating, man. You know what it is? Stefan and I, Sneaky and I, were talking before about it, and we, especially guys like me that have been a Yankees fan for a little while now, and you, I'm sure, we've been spoiled to the point where
we have, and I only seen one ring too. I want to see.
I've seen 6.
Man,
So it's very, very pleasing. Now, at the same time, I didn't become a Yankees fan until 1996. I do know a lot of the Yankees history because I studied up on it. I mean, if it's going to be my team, I got to look it up,
right.
But I'll give you a quick story of how it happened. So I live in Trenton, New Jersey at the time, and we just got a minor league baseball stadium put in. And when they first came in, we were the minor league team for the Boston Red Sox. Thank God that ended quickly. Then we became the minor league team for the Detroit Lions, which, again, ended quickly. And then shortly after that, they signed a long-term deal to be the minor league affiliate, the AA affiliate for the New York Yankees. When that happened, a buddy of mine who is a big Phillies fan. We went to a bunch of the games, and he's like, "Hey, I can't believe, you don't have a baseball team." And I'm like, "Well, I was never really into baseball till recently. We come to a lot of games. I follow it now. It's really cool to watch, and it's a good time." So he said, "Well, why don't you, pick a team?" He goes, "There's always room on the Phillies, on the Phillies side." And I said, "Nah, you know how I feel about Philly. I'm not, real fond of it." So
Right.
I said, "You know what? I'll make it easy." I said, "I want to go with my New York teams, but let's just see what happens." So whoever wins you can say I was bandwagon. So I said, whoever wins the World Series this year, that's going to be my team. Well, it turned out 1996 was the Yankees' year, a year of many, many productive years for me to be a fan in. So yes, I was bandwagon. Yes, I was spoiled, and it sucks horribly right now. Horribly. Like I was asking myself the other day, I'm watching the game, and my wife's like, "Oh, how are the Yankees doing?" I said, "Yeah, you just don't want to know." And I told her, I said, "I don't even know." I said, "Normally I keep track of the team, but I don't really start watching and getting into it till after the All-Star break." I don't know, man. They're just not doing good right now. I mean, yeah, they won last night. Yeah, the bats turned up a little bit, but we need consistency, something we haven't had in a long time.
Right. I just, man, I think it's time for Aaron Boone to step down.
Yeah.
I think he looks clueless out there, or actually, he just looks clueless in general. And do you see Garrett Cole's interview?
No.
With I guess drug substance or something.
Oh, really?
Obviously, they think Garrett Cole's cheating or something because that one bad game he had. After that, they think something's up with him.
Oh, God, I hope not.
And I don't think so. I just don't think so because, I mean, to be fair, everyone has their bad games, and Garrett Cole has been literally almost carrying this Yankees team.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
now, I heard some news. Correct me if I'm wrong. Is Sevy coming back?
I didn't see it. I don't know.
Okay, I'm hoping he is, and I hope he can be just as dominant because we need another spark, man. Because Garrett, I feel bad for Garrett Cole by himself, dude. Because again, it's him and nobody else.
Well, I would Chapman.
You got to get the Chapman.
True.
You know who's been a disappointment this year? He's still a good pitcher. Chad Green hasn't been that great this year. He's been okay, but he's nothing compared to what he was last year. I thought last year he was like 10 times better.
Right. Yeah.
Tyon's been pretty good. Not great, but he's pretty good. Kluber, man, that hurt, man. He comes out and throws a no-hitter, and in the next game he gets hurt. Like that's the kind of stuff we can't use. We just can't have that kind of stuff happening, man. It sucks. It's bad.
Yeah. That's awful.
Yeah. Gabe said it's horrible to watch. Absolutely, dude.
At least my Nets are making it up because, well, for me anyway.
Yeah, no, you got something to cheer for.
True.
I've been kind of watching a little bit because, I definitely was, even though I'm a Knicks fan, because it was New Jersey. I'm a bit of a Nets fan too, so I do watch the Nets. I'm just not cool with the super team thing. I've never been cool with that. And did you see the news on LeBum?
Oh wait, what now?
So I knew CJ. I knew as soon as I said that CJ was gonna pop on. I'll get right back to you, CJ. Don't worry about it, bro. You're gonna get your time, man. So what happened was a report came out today that LeBron, drumroll, is changing his number.
Really?
Yeah.
Did you say what, 2 or just?
He's going back to 6.
Oh.
Like, that's the big news. I thought the big news was he got an extended contract of the salsa commercial he did.
Oh my God, yeah.
I mean, the guy is. Again, it's so hard to kill this guy because I know the game he has. I know the player he was. But this guy that's playing today, I'm not a fan, dude. I don't care if he scores 110 points and leads his team to a championship. The crybaby stuff and the shit he pulls on the court is ridiculous.
Right.
I mean, it's almost as bad as the way Patrick Beverly fouls and purposely tries to hurt people. It's almost blatant with LeBron. And then they interviewed him, was it last week or earlier this week? I don't flop. Dude, that's the biggest full bullshit crap line I've ever heard in my life.
Right.
That pissed me off. I don't flop. Like I don't expect these guys to admit it, but dude, you're not a good actor. That's why you're doing Space Jam. You don't need to act, just play basketball. And I'm willing to guarantee, everybody, if you hear this, you're hearing it first, at least I think so, from me. Don't be surprised if there's a scene or a play in Space Jam 2 where LeBron flops, and he's going to say that he did it just for the comedy aspect of it. I guarantee you we see something like that in there. I guarantee it. It's not even funny. The dude is it's a joke, man. It's not cool. I can't watch him anymore. And I feel bad for guys like freaking Anthony Davis who's trying to freaking he's literally hurting himself trying to keep up and come back in that series, and he got LeBron playing with a skirt on, like, oh, let me flop. It's disgusting, dude. I can't watch it.
Did you see OJ's comparison between KD and LaFlop?
No.
Or I think it was LaFlop. I can't remember. But like he was comparing just like body type, because they're basically kind of the same body, basically.
Oh yeah, I mean LeBron. Listen, again, I'm killing him because I know who he is. I know what he can be. I know what he was. The dude is a physical specimen. That's why I don't understand why these little pity-patty fouls are such a big deal to him. Why does it have to be that way? You know what I mean?
Right.
KD is better. Yes, Chris, 110% right. I don't agree with Chris much, but I'm 110% on board with that. KD is better than LeBron, period. End of story. There's no debate. There's CJ again. I love it. Got anything else for me, bro? Anything else you want to talk about?
I'm sorry.
Oh, sorry. I didn't even realize you were muted.
Yeah, I have a joke that I just made a TikTok about.
Go ahead.
I was going through Facebook. What do the Cowboys and a post office have in common?
What?
They both don't deliver on Sundays.
I've heard that one. That's a good one.
Yeah,
That
I
is
just saw
funny.
that on Facebook.
I forget where I heard that at, but that is funny. Carson, I don't know, bros. You're all right. See, there you go. I see Carson now. I see him. Listen, I see everybody in the background. So I am going to get to you guys one by one. I'm not a 2-minute, 3-minute guy like Sneaky. Although it may get to that the more people I get in, because I understand Sneaky always has a bunch of people on the show. I'm still trying to get my cloud up there like them guys, but we're working on it.
Right.
So, anything else you got for me, bro?
No, I'm good. If you need to boot me off, you can. I'll be chilling the backstage for now.
Sounds good, brother. I'll see you in a little bit.
I bet.
All right, bro. Let's bring on my favorite female sportster, Knocked Out McNugget. What's up?
Oh, nothing much.
Did I wake you up?
No.
How you doing?
Pretty good.
How was the tournament?
It was okay. We went 2-3.
That's not horrible. You won some. Hey, at least you didn't get blown out and lose every game.
You know, that's true.
Yeah, sometimes even when it's bad, you got to look at the positive.
Yep.
I've been on plenty of teams where we've gotten, like, all right, so I was in a beer league one year playing softball. And our coach was adamant, I don't want the 9 o'clock game. The reason for that is because he's an avid drinker. So 9 o'clock in the morning, he's suffering from a huge hangover. So sure enough, the league decided to give us the 9 o'clock game. Well, I would say about 3 hours after that, the tournament was over for us. We got beat 3 times in a row. It was not fun. And 2 of those games, we got mercy ruled.
Oh.
Yeah, it wasn't fun at all. Which is really weird for us because we had won the township tournament 5 times in a row. And then we joined a little weekend tournament and get blown out in 3 games. It was not fun. The only fun part about it was we could drink our sorrows away afterwards. And that wasn't even fun because it was a really hot day that day.
Oh.
So, how you doing?
Good.
How's everything going? Pretty good?
Yeah.
Any news on the KC front?
Not really.
Nah, nothing new.
I
Guys
mean,
are just kind of waiting for the season to start so you guys can, not make the playoffs this year and not win the Super Bowl.
you mean make the Super Bowl and win? Yeah.
Oh, is that what you guys are doing?
Yep.
Oh man, you got to turn the Xbox off.
Oh.
I'm kidding.
You're the one that should turn the Xbox off.
No, because the Xbox would do a lot better than the Giants have been doing. So
That might be true.
yeah, so I'm not going to argue that. So we got any other sports lined up for the summer for you, or are you pretty much done for the summer? You're going to do some vacationing?
Softball.
You are going to be doing some more softball. Good.
Yeah, it mostly fills up my whole summer.
Oh, good. At least you stay busy. That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
My arm is just now starting to kill me. Holy crap.
Same.
Wow, I got the shot at 12 o'clock this afternoon. So here it is 8 hours later, and now it's starting to hurt. Oh, I got a feeling tomorrow's going to be brutal.
Oh.
Yeah.
You don't need to remind me, too.
Did you get both shots?
Just the one today, but
Oh, you got it today?
yeah, I got the first one.
All right, so the first one, which one did you get? Do you know?
Oh, I don't know. The one for 12 and older. 12 and older.
Do you know if it's the Moderna or the Pfizer?
I think it might be the Pfizer.
Okay, so I had the Pfizer for both shots. The first one, my arm was sore from like 10 minutes after I got the shot.
Right.
But the next morning, I had to roll over in the morning and ask my wife, when I was sleeping last night, did you beat me up? Because from the waist up, I was in pain.
Oh.
It felt like I didn't feel sick. I didn't feel nauseous or any of that. I literally felt like she took a bat to me while I was sleeping. That's how I was sore. I mean, like all over. From my hips were hurting. So it was even a little lower than the waist, but my hips were hurting. My back was hurting. My arms, shoulders, my chest was hurting. I'm like, oh, I just laid in bed for like 8 hours. And that was the extent of it, thank God, because I know a lot of people have gotten much worse. And then Friday, my son got his second shot, and he was anticipating being really sick because everybody says like the second shot is when you normally get sick. But he got nothing. He said he didn't even get. He said again, it was just the shoulder from where the shot was, but that was it. That was it. And I'm like, well, that could have been because you were suffering a concussion too. So that could have had something to do with it.
Yeah, the second one is the day before my birthday.
Oh, that's nice.
Oh yeah.
That's pretty cool though.
Yeah.
So what do you got? Any questions for me today, or not
no.
right now?
I mean, Matt, Ollie, do you want to say hi? He's pretty
Hi,
mad
Ollie.
at me. We had to take
Uh-oh.
him to the vet to get his ears checked out. He's pretty
Is he
mad.
okay?
Yeah, he's like has this infection thing that he's like gonna live his whole life with.
Oh, okay. My dog had something like that for quite a few years, and finally we got him. Finally got whatever bacteria or parasite was in there is gone, so he's better now. But yeah, same situation with the ears.
Hey, let me look at them. I mean, they're not too bad right now.
They smell real bad too when they're. That's how we know when my dog is sick and he's got problems. Like we'll go to pet him and kiss him on his head, and all of a sudden you get this stench. So
Yeah.
it's like, yeah, you're going to the doctor. Let's go. So, all right. Well, if you got nothing for me right now, I'll get you back on a little later and bring some more people on.
All right.
All right.
G's up.
Thanks. You guys know you don't have to do that. I appreciate it though. I'm not gonna force anything on you guys, but it makes me feel good. So let's see who else we got in here. Well, actually, in order, it is Gabe's turn. Gabe, are you ready, bud? You want a couple more minutes? You're good to go. All right, let's get Gabe on. NY Sports Team. What's up, bro? How are you?
I'm doing pretty good.
Let me see that hat.
Summer.
That's sick, dude. It's tie-dye?
Yeah, it's the I think it's like, what is it called? Like the touchdown cancer hat or whatever.
I like that. I haven't seen that.
Yeah, it's
That's pretty cool.
a crucial catch hat. Crucial catch.
Oh, okay. I got the Pro Bowl one. The crucial
Yeah.
catch. Yeah, no, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So what's up, man? How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good, you know.
Yeah.
Just a lot of mysteries and some position groups for me on how Cutting's gonna get like the running back position is interesting. The tight end position too. That one we have a lot of people there.
I think we're gonna end up with a three tight ends. It's most likely going to be Evan Ingram, Kyle Rudolph, and Caden Smith.
Yeah,
that's what I think that's going to be.
Say, yeah.
Running backs.
Logical.
Running backs. I see us holding on to 3. It's going to be Saquon, Booker, and Clement. I would love to have Clement on his team. I love his game.
So Gary Brightwell gets practice squatted.
What's that?
Brightwell gets practice squatted.
Probably.
Okay.
He could surprise us though. He definitely could surprise us though.
Yeah.
But I think if you're going to go experience, you have to give Clement and Booker the nod, especially Booker because like he's going to be the number 1. And I've said it from day one. I'm going to say it again. I do not believe that Saquon will play at all game 1. Game 2 maybe.
At all?
Yeah, I don't see him playing at all week 1. Only because I don't think he's going to get any reps during the preseason. I really don't. I think they're going to save him. If we see him in the preseason, most likely it'll be the last game.
We won't see him in the preseason.
That's what I'm saying.
Bro, that's going to be – you know who's going to be playing in the preseason? You know our star is going to be Gary Brightwell. That's who our star is going to be.
Yeah, they're going to want to see what these guys are made of. No, absolutely. I agree with you.
Gary Brightwell is going to be our starter in the preseason.
What I'm anxious to see is what happens with the wide receiving core, who ends up being, in the roster and who ends up being on the practice squad.
That's true because we have Slayton, who will probably make it, right?
Yeah, Slayton. I think. All right. So here's what I think it's going to be.
Shepard.
It's obviously going to be Galladay. It's going to be Slayton. It's going to be Shepard, and it's probably going to be John Ross.
Whoa! Easy. Where's Kadarius Toney?
He's going to be more of the first year. He's going to be more of a specialist. He'll be there, but he'll be he'll be more of a trick play, maybe kickoff returner, punt returner kind of guy. I don't think they're going to line him up at if they do, it'll be in the slot a couple times.
You mean to tell me that our first round draft pick
is going to be a gadget player? All right, so and here's my reasoning. I could be wrong, but here's my reasoning behind that. If you look at Jason Garrett, you look at Joe Judge, and you look at Dave Gettleman. Of course, Dave Gettleman really has nothing to do with it. But if you look at Joe Judge and Jason Garrett, these are the kinds of coaches that are old school and want to watch these players develop slowly. So knowing Kadarius Toney is a game changer, he will be used more so in the gadget play. One thing I saw from him during OTAs yesterday, or during camp yesterday, was he threw a ball downfield, and I'm like, wow, look at a cannon.
Oh
on
yeah,
it.
that kid launches.
I forgot he played high school football as a quarterback.
Yeah.
So he's got an arm. So Kadarius Toney is going to be. See, I don't even want to compare him to Tyreek Hill because Tyreek Hill doesn't run those gadget plays.
So you think we're only going to have 3 wide receivers on our active roster?
No.
Who did you say? Didn't you say Slayton,
No.
Shepard, Galladay?
It's Slayton, Shepard, Galladay, and John Ross and Kadarius Toney.
Oh,
because they're labeled as wide receivers. They're going to be wide receivers. I don't think there's any special call him running back receiver.
Yeah,
if you want to go
Pettis
that
is screwed.
way.
He's screwed up. He's done.
Who?
Pettis, Dante.
So is Austin Mack.
Yeah.
I think those guys are either going to end up on other teams or they're going to end up on a practice squad.
You know what those were called? Bridge running wide receivers.
Yeah.
So last year when the Giants were desperate, they started picking up wide receivers and bringing them up from the practice squad.
So all right. So here's my thing with John Ross and Kadarius Toney, because that's where I think the line is going to be drawn. So if they turn out to just have 4 receivers, it's probably most likely
Toney.
Yeah, probably going to come down to Toney. And then they'll probably make John Ross punt returner, kick returner, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
But again, they could be using a lot of different schemes, a lot of different looks.
Here's my thing. I need Jason Garrett to open up his playbook this year. He needs to actually bring a good playbook all year. I don't want to see some trick play during the Dallas Cowboys game. I don't want to see some magic happen one game and then the next game we are crap. I want to see it all season long.
You might say different this year because now he has the players to do those trick plays and those gadget plays.
Well, I understand that, but I need him to have those trick plays like not so – I don't know. It always felt like he brought it different.
So here's my thing with gadget plays, and I'm on board with you. My thing with gadget plays is run a gadget play if you're up by 2 touchdowns. Like seriously, or if let's say it's third and 8, and you need that first down. You're at the 48, your own 48-yard line. You know what I'm saying? You want to run a gadget play? Go ahead and run it there.
And the special teams gadget plays, no. I'm not doing those again.
Never.
Do you remember that fake field goal at the Dallas game?
Yeah, no. Never, ever, ever do that. If it's going to cost you points, don't ever do that.
Sneaky's reaction to that was the best. He's like, what are they doing?
And Sneaky's explanation for it was mind-boggling to me because he's sitting there saying, I understand it. They want to get points. But no, because they're not. They could have had 3 points. Why are you running a fake
Couldn't
field?
that have won us the game? Those 3 points could have won us the game? No, they beat us by a touchdown, didn't they?
Yeah. So no, that wouldn't have won. But it might have set the tone. It might have made it, a little more of the momentum swinging our way. You never know. You know what I mean? But especially that early in the game, get the points, stay in the game, just get the points. That's it.
Yeah.
If you're at the end of the game and you're down 10 and you want to try and get that touchdown first and you want to run a gadget play.
Just keep the real offense out there. Don't use your offensive line, not Nate Soldier. Who was it? Shane Lemieux. Yeah, Shane Lemieux ran, and it was Andrew Thomas. Never mind. It was Andrew Thomas.
Thomas? Oh, yeah, it was Thomas. You're right.
For the fake field goal, it was Thomas.
Right.
If you're going to have try to go for it, just put the offense out. Don't try to do something with your offensive lineman acting like a wide receiver. Now, Barrett, did he almost catch the – I think he did catch the ball. He did catch the ball. But there was a flag.
Right.
That's what happened. And and guess who it was on? Evan Ingram.
I'll tell you, Joe Judge is really high on Evan Ingram.
He says he's throwing last year away. I can't throw last year away. He was terrible.
I'll tell you what, I can throw last year away if he goes the first 3 games without any stupid drops. Now, I understand you're not going to catch every ball. I get that. But if the ball hits you in the hands or in the chest and you don't catch it, you didn't throw away last season. You're actually continuing it. So stop.
Yeah,
So like I said, after week 3, if he can manage to do any of that, then okay, we can throw away last season. Now, having said that, with my luck, he'll do great the first 3 games and start dropping every pass after that. You still there? I hear you.
Are you there?
Yeah.
Oh, we're here. Okay, we're back. Sorry.
You're good. You're good.
Also, have you heard anything on training camp yet?
Nah, the latest I'm hearing is it's probably not going to let anybody come and hang out like they did. At least not this year. Maybe next year.
No.
All right, here's a good question. This is a good question Chris brings up, and I know he brings it up because he's literally legit a Daniel Jones hater. How can you forgive Daniel Jones but not Ingram? Serious question. Well, here's why,
Okay.
Chris. Because Evan Ingram, or I'm sorry, Daniel Jones threw a beautiful egg of a pass right into Evan Ingram's basket, and he still dropped it. That's how. Because Evan Ingram's two of his drops, especially that Eagles drop, literally could have, I'm not going to say literally, could have been the deciding factor of us making the playoffs over you. Now, having said that, I don't know that I would have wanted to make the playoffs. I'm gonna be straight with you. I don't know that I wanted to make the playoffs, especially with a losing record. If we went 8-8 and made the playoffs, okay. But like I said to you, I can't say something about you and your team and not feel the same way about my team. If I made the playoffs at 7-9 and won the first round, congratulations. Absolutely, you deserve to be there. But if you go 7-9, and again, this is not a shot at your team because I feel this way about the Giants too, my own team. If they were to make the playoffs at 7-9 and lose, did you really deserve to be there? The answer is no. It's really not.
You think people?
But again, if you guys want to, you won the division. You guys were the best in our division. You can have that. I'll give that to you. But the fact remains, I would not have been happy. I wouldn't.
Nope.
I can't celebrate a 7-9 season. Well, that. You know what? That is a tough one. That is a tough one. Because with the last 6-7 seasons the Giants have had, maybe 7-9 would have been celebratory. Whether we made the playoffs or not, 7-9 would have been celebratory.
10 though, weren't we?
But again, a lot goes into it.
Yeah.
I feel the fact that we competed and not got blown out by the Super Bowl champs.
Oh my gosh, they weren't the Super Bowl champs when you played them, so stop calling them the Super Bowl champs.
Yeah, I gotta agree with them. I gotta agree with that. They weren't the Super Bowl champs till the end of that season.
No, they really weren't.
They ultimately became the Super Bowl champs. How ironic is it that CJ loves LeBron and that super team, and he loves Tampa and that super team? Do I feel a bandwagon? I'm kidding. I'm messing with you, CJ. I'm messing with you, bro. He's giving me this look in backstage, like, you dick. They were the top favorites at the time to win. No, they actually weren't. Kansas City was touted to win it all again this year. Let's be real. Let's be real.
Okay.
Tampa had a good season, really good season, and they got hot in the playoffs. They got absolutely hot in the playoffs. That defense was second to none in the playoffs. And all Tom Brady had to do was his job, and that's what he did. I am not taking anything away from them. But again, doesn't matter if they were or not at the time they still got the championship and we can.
Oh my God! Don't even listen. Don't even read his comments anymore.
Well,
Don't
if you
even-
want to go by that aspect of it, I believe Daniel Jones and the Giants competed with him earlier that season too. So does that make us great? Yeah, I don't think so. He's Chris. I love you, dude, but you are so biased that it makes you blind to real life.
Yeah.
It's crazy, dude. That's crazy.
And I gotta head out for right now.
All right, brother, no problem.
But
Thanks for coming
I'll
on,
come
man.
right back in like 20, 30 minutes.
All right, I'll keep you in the background if and backstage if you have to.
All right, thanks, man.
All right, man. See you in a bit.
Yeah.
Later. All right. It's CJ. I'm gonna get to the other guys. CJ was here. I brought him on real quick earlier to talk about X. CJ, you ready, bro? All right, he might not be ready. There he is.
Talk about a guy, right, who is the epitome of greatness. LeBron James's name is greatness. Okay. And that's just it. Because LeBron James, is a guy who can lead a team like
I'm
that
sorry. Were you saying something?
that early
Okay.
Cleveland team to the finals, which Michael Jordan isn't doing. But
Now, listen, I have said that Cleveland series, even though he had Kyrie with him, and Kyrie had a hell of a series too. The way LeBron stepped up his game when they were down 3-1 to come back like that, that's the LeBron that I would say is comparable to being put. Now, again, I'm not saying he's the GOAT, but I would put him right there with Jordan. I would absolutely. What he does now knocks him down from that pedestal.
oh, okay, so I'm a big LeBron guy, right?
No, absolutely.
But the things that I saw, the not getting back on defense, I don't care. Like, I do care. I care about circumstances. What a lot of people aren't saying is that the Suns were trying to chew clock, in that end, but LeBron was doing it for a few games. A lot of people have walked out of games. LeBron did it last year when he walked out of game 2 with 4 seconds left.
Yeah.
And I say it's competitiveness.
See, exactly. That stuff I don't care about. I don't care that walking off early, not shaking hands. I don't care about that. I don't. Even if it's a series ender. Listen, I don't think he does it on purpose. I think LeBron James is a legit great sportsman. I don't deny that, with the exception of the flopping stuff. But that's an on the court thing. That's two different things. That's apples and oranges. My thing with LeBron is, and this as a LeBron fan, and LeBron fans, you have to ask yourself this. So if you follow him in Cleveland and now you follow him with the Lakers, and you're that guy. That's your guy. You have to ask yourself, are you not a little pissed knowing what he did in that Cleveland series, and then you see him walk? I don't care how fast the Suns were going, how slow they were going, how much time. He put no effort into trying. He would rather stand back down at the other end of the court and cry about a foul that the referee clearly wasn't giving him while a play is going on down the other end. So you know what that means? Now there's a 5-on-4 while LeBron is sitting there bitching. Like, that to me is disrespectful to the sport, and that's what knocks him down from that pedestal that I used to hold him on.
Yeah, my thing is I'll always hold him to the GOAT pedestal because he is my GOAT because
I get that.
of the things that I see, the things that I've witnessed. Like, I've witnessed 2016 the greatest team ever who who had a better record than Michael Jordan's Bulls fall short to LeBron James. You could say, oh, Draymond was suspended. You could say, all the excuses, just like how Kyrie and Kevin Love were injured in 2015, but that counts. 2016 isn't a thing. But the only thing as a LeBron fan that LeBron fans know is 2011 against my Dallas Maverick. That was just Michael Jordan wins that. If you put even I don't know, but that's just unexcusable. What LeBron James did in that series, that's bad.
I mean, I think it's funny. I think it's funny how people want to say, "Oh, LeBron James, with the exception of this year, never got swept at it or never got beat in the first round of the playoffs." But then, most LeBron fans get quiet when you say, "Well, Jordan's 6-0 in the the finals."
I mean, he's also 1-9 without Scottie Pippen in the first round. So that's why I think that.
Yeah, but I hate when people go to, oh, well, he had a super team around him. Scottie Pippen was drafted by the Seattle Supersonics, and during that draft, traded to the Bulls. So it wasn't like he was already a superstar and they plucked him. The only guy that ended up on the Bulls that you can make that argument for Jordan was Dennis Rodman, and I still think they would have won that finals those 2 years if Rodman wasn't there.
My thing is that LeBron James was he was birthed into a disoriented Cleveland whatever team, right?
Mm-hmm.
And everything sucked. He had Big Z, who was an all-star, but that was the only bright thing that they had.
Right.
Then Michael Jordan was, he was blessed.
Chris is still, I'm sorry, I don't mean to cut you off. Chris is still arguing because I said that Daniel Jones, played a good game against Tampa too during the race. He said it's the regular season and the playoffs aren't the same. Well, yeah, they are. You know why? Because the outcome was the same. You lost, we lost. So if you want to use that, guess what? We lost to the world champs too.
And y'all lost by what? 2 or something? 1 or 2? I don't know.
I think we lost by 2.
Yeah, but that's just a really bad argument.
And again, I don't want to sit here and say, well, we lost by 2, you lost by 7. A loss is a loss. I don't care if it's a half a point. We lost.
Yeah, and we lost to you guys in 19 to a kick. That wasn't, it wasn't Jameis's fault. Jameis had a game.
What was your kicker's name?
Matt Gay.
Funny name. What is it?
Matt Gay.
Matt Gay. Yeah, that's right.
Dude,
that's right.
Literally,
he shanked the hell out. That was a chip shot, and he shanked it.
But the thing is with Bucks kickers, remember Robert Aguayo?
Mm-hmm.
Dude, he sucked, and he was like our second rounder or whatever, third, first, I don't know. But he was an early pick.
Look at that.
Big Blue Ant 72.
I got a Gatorade. It's the new Gatorade X. They do these pod things. You put it on, you press it, and it lets the juice in there, and you just add the water. It's really good too. I got the strawberry raspberry.
Hashtag sponsored.
Yeah, these are. I know I should be a Gatorade if you're checking it out, man. I didn't used to be a big Gatorade fan. This flavor is outstanding, and I love the bottle. It cost me a couple extra bucks to personalize it, but it was well worth it, man. That's good stuff, guys. If you're going to try it, it's called Gatorade X.
Yeah, I mean, the thing with the Bucks is that, I'll get back to LeBron, but the thing with the Bucks were that Falcons game was when everything clicked. It wasn't the playoffs that, then we started trying. No, it was the Falcons game that we came back. The Falcons choked the lead. We came back, and that's whenever, everything started rolling. And that was before the playoffs. Going into, that's really what helped us during the stretch. Hey, I agree with that, Chris. I mean, people. I'm wearing this because of OJ, but
What are you agreeing with? What he said? Curry the GOAT better than MJ?
Hey man, there's a lot of people doing it. Okay,
Is that what you're agreeing with?
No, I'm trolling. I just don't like Michael Jordan.
The only thing that Stephen Curry is he's a great shooter. He's an okay defender. To me, that instantly takes him out of being the GOAT.
But yeah, Curry's not even a GOAT conversation. That's just
he's not. He's really not.
There's levels. It's LeBron.
Curry's better than LeBron? Yeah, now. A couple years ago? Hell no.
And you see what Curry, you could blame it on injuries. Can't win a playing game against an injured GOAT.
I mean, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and AD, who's injured every 6 seconds because he wants to play GTA all day on Twitch like a bozo. And then we got to worry about the Clippers, who have, the best Kawhi Leonard, who decides to do step-back threes. Like, Kawhi, you're a mid-range specialist, bro. Stop doing step-back threes and gaming it in our mouth. Hey, Kristaps,
I think we're going to end up doing a show. I'm not even kidding. We're going to do one of my shows. I may even do it the next show. I got to put this out there, guys. I'm not going to say we because I have a perfect understanding. When you say GOAT, what does that mean?
Well, for me, it means, with the.
So, like, literally, what's the literal term for GOAT?
Oh, it means greatest of all time.
Greatest of all time. That means there's no position involved. That means there's no placement involved. That means there's nothing involved other than the fact that at that sport, since we're talking sports, is the greatest of all time. Can we agree on that?
I mean, yeah. But
so the fact that he just said Curry is the GOAT point guard, like that makes no sense, dude. It's
that doesn't, but it's
that's why when people say, Tom Brady's the GOAT, and then they'll say Joe Montana's the GOAT, and then they'll say, listen, greatest of all time means greatest of all time, not greatest of his era, not greatest of this week or last week. It's greatest of all time. That's the epitome of the word GOAT. Can we please start using that in the proper reference? Okay, we can argue who the GOAT is, but when you bring up the position, nobody gives a shit. Like, now you're making my brain hurt. Now you're getting me to that level that Wii Sporting had me the other day. I tell you, I've never, ever in my 48 years of life had an issue with Washington fans until I started doing this. I'm dead serious, dude. Dead serious. And do you know why that is? And this is not a dig. This is not a dig. The Washington football team, Redskins, whatever you're calling them, whatever they were, whatever they are, were never so relevant that they had to be in every conversation. That's the problem. That's why it never bothered me till now. And the fact of the matter is that the Washington team hasn't even looked at a Super Bowl in over 20 years is mind-boggling that you guys can talk about it. And I would expect the same from you guys if the Giants hadn't made it in 20 years. Yeah, it was 10 years ago. And to me, yeah, that is a long time. But they're more relevant than the Washington football team. In fact, the only one of our division that has a right to say anything at the moment is the Philadelphia Eagles, because they won the last one in our division. So stop. Stop with the BS bias shit. I'm not that guy. You want to be biased? Talk with Sneaky. Sneaky's a biased Giants fan. He's a good guy. He'll talk it out with you. I'm not that dude. I'm not going to sit here and argue about your team the way you want me to argue, because I'm not that biased about my Giants. I love my Giants. I want to see them do well. But if they're bad, I'm going to tell you they're bad. If they're good, I'm going to tell you they're good. Daniel Jones is not a shit quarterback. I don't care what anybody says. If he turns out to not progress this year, I will have another opinion. I will change that opinion. As of right now, in my opinion of my quarterback, he hasn't had the time to develop properly. He came into a situation where the team didn't know if Eli was going to play the season or they were going to have to put in Daniel Jones sometime during the season. Then he gets a coach that sucks ass and couldn't coach his daughter in a freaking badminton tournament. And then we change another coach on him. So you expect me to think that Daniel Jones should be an elite quarterback with what he was given? No, I'm not going to do it. And I would defend your quarterback for the same reason. So you're not gonna sit here and tell me Daniel Jones is shit. If you don't follow him every day, don't say nothing. I've seen your quarterbacks. At best, at the moment, they're all backups, including your starter who's a career backup. Stop. Yeah. Anyway, sorry, CJ. It's getting me aggravated. It really is.
Well, the thing with Chris is injuries. Like, Terry McLaurin isn't top 10 because of injuries. Terry McLaurin isn't top 15 healthy. Okay? Respectfully.
What's that?
I said Chris thinks his injuries like Terry McLaurin. Terry McLaurin healthy, he's not top 15. I'm sorry.
And he may be. You know what? He may end up being. We can't sit here and go, this guy's not going to be good next year, because these guys may turn around and become the best player in their leagues this year. That's the great thing about football. Now, if you want to talk about careers and say stuff like that, I can't argue with you. I cannot argue with you. But the fact of the matter, and it still remains, that at best, Ryan Fitzpatrick, up to this point, is a career backup quarterback. It's not saying much. Yeah, he can win a couple games, but I'll tell you what, if you take any backup quarterback, they're going to win a game here and there. Terry isn't top 15. Of course he is to you, because you're biased. That's the whole point of being biased.
You can make an argument for top 15.
Chris, okay, so I say this all the time. I'm a football fan first, a Giants fan second. Chris is a Washington fan first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, and seventh. He doesn't want to know about anybody else's team, but he wants to talk shit about them. That's the kind of stuff I don't like. Know a little bit about something.
I just like to start arguments, man.
No, and I get that. And Chris does too. He thinks I don't know what he's up to. And I do love Chris. I think Chris is a good dude. But when he pulls this stuff, it makes me question his knowledge of football. I won't ever question his knowledge of Washington. And I don't sit here and claim to know as much as he does, because it's not my team. I don't know as much as he does. But I'm not going to sit here and say Terry McLaurin's a piece of shit and he's not going to do nothing. I'm not going to sit here and say Ryan Fitzpatrick is a piece of shit. There's a reason he's been in the league as long as he has, because the guy can win games. Yes, he can. But he's taking offense that I'm calling him a career backup quarterback. I'm not calling him that to down him. I'm calling that because that's what he is. He's a career backup. He gets starting jobs because their starting quarterbacks couldn't do their jobs. That's how Ryan Fitzpatrick gets jobs.
Except for Tampa, because Jameis is great. And, Jameis won his spot back, even though that Ryan Fitzpatrick was playing at a high level.
Jameis Winston to me.
Don't compare him to Daniel Jones.
Is the equivalent to Eli Manning with wheels. He throws a lot of interceptions. He has a big arm, throws a lot of interceptions, and throws a lot of dumb balls. Eli did it all the time. Listen, Eli won us 2 Super Bowls. I'm happy for that. I'm proud of that. Eli got hot at the right time. Do I think Eli is a Hall of Fame? Yes, because of his stats. Do I think Eli is top 10? No. Maybe top 15, top 20. Maybe. But I will agree with people when they say Eli's biggest problem was he wasn't consistently consistent. He showed hot flashes. He showed spots here and there where he could have been elite, but he wasn't that guy. And I'm okay with that because he won us 2 Super Bowls. Because, again, I will say it time after time. Does not matter how many playoff appearances you have. Does not matter how high of a paid quarterback he is. Doesn't matter that he has the greatest stats in the world to me. What matters to me as a Giants fan, 2 things matter to me. The name on the front of the jersey and how many Super Bowl rings them players or Super Bowl trophies those players put in those cabinets. That's what matters to me.
Yeah.
So we can sit here and complain and argue this person, that person, but that's just what it's going to be.
I can't believe you had the audacity to say bandwagon and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in the same sentence. That's like saying if the...
I was busting your chops.
Yeah, no, I get it. But that's just like, think about it like last year, right? We're a team, worst losing percentage. We have 1 Super Bowl, and Jameis Winston's our quarterback, or 2 years ago.
Right.
Bandwagon and Tampa Bay Buccaneer didn't go well together. And now it's crazy that, that people, like, even consider us and bandwagon. Like, we have bandwagons now. That's just crazy to me.
Every team does. Listen, I live in Pennsylvania, right? Predominantly an Eagles area. No, there's no question about it. Where the area that I'm in, there's no question because, okay, in the tri-state area here, you have Jersey, Delaware, Pennsylvania, right? Even New York, you can throw into that too. In the area that I'm in, most people will tell you it's an area where you can be a Washington fan, a Baltimore fan, or a Philly fan, or even some would even say Pittsburgh. There in the area that I live in, nothing but Eagles fans. When the Giants won their last Super Bowl, I kid you not, dude, kid you not, I couldn't count. I mean, I needed 3 sets of hands to count all the Giants fans that were popping up. I hate that. If you're a Giants fan, be a Giants fan. That's it. Don't hide. Listen, when we won 4 games a couple years ago, I proudly wore my Giants jersey everywhere. To me, that's a bandwagon.
Yeah, I mean,
You can't support your team only when they win. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
yeah, like with the Mavericks, we had to deal with Dirk because Dirk wouldn't retire. Like he just wouldn't until he's 41, so that he could get 41, 1, and 21, something like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, he just wouldn't retire. So we had to get the end of Dirk just to get Luka. Then we got Luka. Well, actually, we drafted Trae Young, traded Trae Young for Luka.
Yeah.
And
It was a good trade.
the Kings got Bagley, and they're happy. So
It was a good trade.
yeah, it was a great trade.
All right. Well, hey, let me pop you in the backstage. I want to get a couple more people on.
Yeah,
I know you'll hang out for a little bit. I got a little under an hour left. I am going to end at 10 tonight. If I go a little bit over, it's only because we're calling some conversation. But the idea is I'm going to end at 10 tonight, guys.
all right.
So I'll get you back in a little bit, bro.
If I hear anything, I need to.
Just give me the thumbs up, man.
G's up.
All right. Thanks, bro. All right. Next in was. What's going on, brother?
What's up, man? How you doing, man?
Good. How about you? I didn't even get your first name. What's your first name?
It's Jacob. It's
Jacob.
It's pronounced
is
like
that how
normal
you
Jacob,
spell it?
just spelled different. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Because last time I thought it was a capital K you had there.
No.
So I thought you put like your first and last name. I was going to call you Jay, but I wasn't sure. But Jacob.
Yeah. A lot of people do that, so you're not the first one. But that argument, I think, will continue on that. Fitz over Daniel Jones. I'm gonna make my point on it because you're a Giants fan. He's a Washington fan. You guys are gonna have some sort of bias, right? Everybody does towards their team. Some people are worse than others. But from an outside perspective, last year, Fitz had a better year. Fitz played better than Daniel Jones. And I think right now, talent-wise, he is a better quarterback. But I do think Daniel Jones still has somewhat of potential. So Daniel Jones can absolutely surpass Ryan Fitzpatrick this year. But if we're having an argument of who's better right now, it's Daniel Jones. So
you're saying that Daniel Jones is better right now?
I meant Ryan Fitzpatrick.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure. And you know what? I'm not going to argue that. I never, ever said that Daniel Jones was better than Ryan Fitzpatrick. Never said it. All I'm saying is with all the crap that Daniel Jones gets, I think it's unfair. I just think it's unfair because
I mean, I understand that. I mean, he's played bad. That's it, plain and simple. But the kid still has potential. How old is he? Like 24?
I think so. Yeah, I think he just turned 24.
Yeah, and I mean, it's the same thing with Sam Darnold. Like he's younger than Joe Burrow. He's younger than a lot of these.
He's a good quarterback too.
Yeah, and I think he can do something in Carolina. Shout out to Carson. But and then the thing about Terry McLaurin, I think Terry McLaurin is top 15. I don't think that's a debate. That's kind of even a little bit harsh. So I don't know what CJ was smoking right there. But don't worry, I got you, Chris. Even though me and Chris disagree about some things.
Finally, I got some legit backup in the comments. Zones in there.
Haskins does suck. Now he's a backup, and he's probably going to come in. Listen to my guess. Week 8. Week 8 is when Big Ben is going to get sat, and they're going to give Haskins one chance, even though he's not going to do anything.
I think Big Ben is going to complete the season.
He could complete the season, but I mean, this is his last season in the NFL. I know he signed
that I agree with. That I agree with.
But I mean,
I think if Haskins gets any playing time this year, it'll be because either they're getting beat by a lot or they're winning by a lot. That's the only way I see Haskins getting some playing time, or if Big Ben gets hurt. That's the only time.
Yeah, and I mean, I would love to see Dwayne Haskins play on the field against us. That'd be great. Or maybe Rudolph. Rudolph wants to be the starting quarterback next season. So, Well, CJ, Chris, please tell me who's Terry is better than Devontae Adams, Hopkins, Hill, Robinson, Jones,
Jones.
Browns, T. Dig. I think there's an argument for Thielen. I think JJ had a better
Right.
year.
Amari Cooper,
Cool.
Keenan Allen. I think what's his name? What the hell's his name? I think Michael Gallup had a better season than Terry McLaurin.
I mean, I can look that up here. I've got a great tool. So,
I'm just going off of what I saw as far as highlights and stuff. I don't have any stats in front of me right now.
yeah, I mean, I kind of like Michael Gallup. I mean, they got a good receiving core in
They have
Dallas.
a really good receiving core.
Definitely up
He
there.
gets so mad when I say stuff. I tell you,
Michael
he can't
Gallup.
perform.
Did you also see how the Browns and the Giants are gonna have joint practices or something?
Yeah, aren't they playing week 3 in the preseason?
Yeah, I think it's something like that. But I heard Mary Kay Cabot, who's like our main reporter, put something out there that the Browns and Giants will have joint practices, and it seems like I don't know why we have a good relation with you guys. I mean, we've had a lot of trades in the past.
A lot.
Why is this glitching out? Wait, okay. Well, it says here Terry
See, now
McLaurin.
this is the kind of stuff. See, now I know Chris is busting my chops because he had to put the laughing face in it.
Haskins is not more talented than Jones. No. One went to the Pittsburgh Steelers. One is still getting their shot.
Yeah.
But all right. Last year, McLaurin had more yards. Gallup had one more touchdown. But yards per reception, Gallup had 14.3 compared to McLaurin's 12.9.
So they're about even.
Yeah, pretty much.
All right, so they're about even.
And yeah, he didn't have as many I think.
So based on those stats right there, if you're gonna say that McLaurin deserves to be in the top 15, then guess what? Michael Gallup does too.
Okay. I think you can make a fair argument for that, I guess.
And that's what I'm saying. I'm not
You're a closet Cowboys fan now.
Who? I'm not.
He's loving the Cowboys tonight.
Listen, when I see good players on any team, doesn't matter what team they are, I'm gonna say they're good. I think Gallup is good. As annoying as I think CeeDee Lamb is, I think he's phenomenal. I obviously think that what's his name? Amari Cooper is great. I think the Cowboys have a legit good team. The problem is, a legit good offense. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Till I see what their defense is.
Their defense isn't going to be much better because let's look at this.
I think it'll be a little better.
Well, yeah. But Cowboys fans are thinking they're going to jump from bad to decent, and that's kind of pushing it. All right, let's look. First round, they took Micah Parsons, a linebacker. That was their least needed defensive position. They had Leighton Vander Esch.
Actually, it was a good pickup considering they just lost Sean Lee.
Well, I like Micah Parsons. What do they have? Leighton Vander Esch, Jalen Smith. They just picked up Keanu Neal, changed him to a linebacker.
Yeah, that's true.
And now, I mean, I'm sure
they might bump Neal back to safety though.
Possibly. I don't know, but the thing is, us Browns, we only use 2 linebackers, and we're probably going to use Anthony Walker and JOK in our scheme. I don't know the Cowboys' defensive scheme. Who do they have as their defensive coordinator? I know they love to bring it up all the time. Isn't like Dan Quinn? I think it's yeah. I don't know why they're excited about that.
I think the Cowboys team outweighs their coaching staff. I'm not convinced in their coaching staff.
Yeah, Mike McCarthy, kind of average.
Yeah,
not going to bring him anywhere. He's going to be fired in a few years.
I give him his credit. He does have a Super Bowl ring under his belt, but let's not go overboard. His quarterback is probably one of the best ever.
Coaches' schemes can get outdated, and coaches have to be able to adapt. Like I saw this video, being a coach, it is harder keeping your job than it is as being an NFL player, because you have a bunch of competition. You have to sit here and update your stuff every single year. You can't let teams figure it out. It's very difficult. And I think that's exactly what happened with Mike McCarthy. His stuff just kind of got outdated. And this is also another argument that I kind of bring up with Derek Carr, and the Baker Mayfield argument. I think Baker Mayfield is more the modern quarterback because Derek Carr is a great pocket passer. That's what he's always been good for. But with Gruden and stuff, I mean, they're not going to do much, with the Raiders. So I do feel bad for Carr. I feel like he can absolutely be a playoff quarterback at any time. And I don't think when people understand if I say a guy is over another guy, I'm not calling the other guy bad. I think Derek Carr is absolutely top 15. He's in that 12, 13 range. But when people start putting him over Baker, when Baker excelled, and he has been through the ruins, and bro drop has been through the ruins, been through about everything, and he's finally had a good year. He's got pretty solid mobility. He's not a slow quarterback, but he's not Lamar Jackson. He's one of the best deep ball throwers in the NFL, probably one of the strongest ones, considering he's thrown the longest pass in NFL history. I think there's still stuff to work on for Baker, but I do think I would always take him over Carr, in the argument sort of sense.
I would too.
Yeah, because
I
I
would
have
definitely.
I have people always calling me biased for putting Baker over these guys where it's very debatable. If you're just simply 1,000% a stats guy, then you're gonna go Carr, because
Right.
Carr had a little bit better of a year. But the way I look at it, Baker Mayfield in the second half of the season was literally playing at Patrick Mahomes' level. Even though he's not at Patrick Mahomes' level, he was playing like that. And you could see how much he improved, especially after our bye week in week 9. How much Stefanski sat down with him and changed this quarterback around. Because, I mean, the first half of the season, I mean, he was pretty solid. But at that point, if it was Carr against that Baker Mayfield, I would put Carr ahead. But him improving so much doesn't necessarily show in the stats because he only threw 2 interceptions in the second half of the season, I believe, compared to 7. If you don't see a big difference there, then I don't know what the point is. So he definitely took a step ahead. Um, Started pressing the gas pedal. And I mean, if he keeps that pace that he had from last season, I mean, he could jump up into that category and literally have an argument against Lamar Jackson. Now, there are some Browns fans that take Baker over Lamar, but the fact is that Lamar's an MVP. Lamar is the best at running, and he's still got a pretty solid arm. I wouldn't put it, top 10, his arm in that sort of range, but with some decent weapons, he's going to be a little bit better this year. I do think the Ravens are getting overrated. I don't know why they have better odds to make the Super Bowl than we do. Because, I mean, if you look at it, their defense got a little bit downgraded. I think they drafted Jason Away. I don't mind that pick,
Right.
but they lost. They lost Judon there. And they got Sammy Watkins, who's a solid receiver, and Bateman, who I think will be pretty solid. But if we look at it, it was the same thing with Hollywood Brown. That didn't necessarily play out. So what's the difference with? I don't know where they drafted him, but I'm pretty sure it was a better draft pick than Bateman. What's what's going to happen different here? What is Bateman going to be a star? What are they going to do different with him here? And that's the way I look at it.
No,
Um,
you're right. You're right.
I like Lamar Jackson. My brother was always telling me when he was at Louisville, like, he's going to be a good quarterback, and the fact is he is. And Baker isn't necessarily there to him yet, but he can absolutely get there this season with his pace, and he's got everything to do it. He's gonna have the continuous best offensive line probably as long as we don't have major injuries. And Nick Chubb, we're probably gonna do around the same thing with Chubb and Hunt, kind of split their carries, give a little bit more to Chubb. But I mean, if you look at his carries, he was out for 4 games,
Right.
so that kind of boosted up Hunt a little
Hey,
bit.
listen, I love Nick Chubb, man, because the last 3 years I've had him as my number one fantasy draft. He was my first round, first choice. Um,
That's my issue. Nick Chubb isn't a top 5 fantasy running back the way I
to
look at
me,
it
he
because
is because he's consistent.
he is consistent, and you're right about that. But the thing is, the only worries that I have is we have the best running back 2 in the NFL, and that's Kareem Hunt. And especially when we play the Chiefs, we are scoring probably at least 28 points. against them because we have so many weapons. The Chiefs' defense is pretty mediocre. Sometimes they can definitely get carried by Chris Jones, Frank Clark, and Tyrann Mathieu. So it definitely helps to have those stars, but they don't have a lot of other guys spread. They don't have any cornerbacks really. I think they have that L'Jarius Sneed guy. I don't know if I think
Yeah.
he's a safety or something or a corner, one of
I
those
think he's a
defensive.
safety. I think he is a safety.
Yeah, and I mean they have Daniel Sorensen who's solid. I also will always hate him for my existence. I think we all know why. But
Yeah.
I don't blame that game on referees because at the end of the day, Carl Joseph gave us an interception and gave us a drive to go down and score, and we couldn't do it. That's kind of where our running backs failed us. Kareem dropped a pass, Chubb dropped a pass, so it is what it is on that drive. We lost the game. I don't blame it on the referees, even though it would have helped and maybe it would have changed the outcome. But we did have a chance to win it without the refs and it being their fault. So that's the way I look at the refs thing. Like, if you have a very bad call, like you look at the Saints and Rams call that can completely change an outcome, yeah, I mean, you could say, "Oh, we lost the game to the refs," and then it was the Packers fans after the Bucks game screaming, "Oh, we lost." I mean, you guys kind of had an opportunity to take that touchdown there, so I don't like to fully blame any game on the refs, depending if
Right.
it's like absolutely terrible. If the team still had a chance, like a good chance to score, then it leans on them more than the refs. But if they only had one more down to score something, like if it's 4th down and they have to go for a Hail Mary, I mean, it's going to be blamed on the refs. So
Let
it's just
me jump off this for 1 second. So I've been watching in the chat. Chris is still defending Washington. Whatever. I have a question. Who are the other receivers on Washington?
Curtis Samuel, great pickup from the Panthers, great speed. We were actually kind of minded to get him. I'm gonna scooch back here. My back hurts. Excuse me. But the Curtis Samuel, I like that pickup. We were kind of like maybe he might have been a guy who we picked up, but we got our guy in Anthony Schwartz. We needed that fast vertical route guy. And then who else do they have?
So knowing that they just picked him up, do you honestly think that McLaurin's going to be the same type of receiver he was last year? I don't.
And that's a fair argument because he was really the only receiver there last year.
And that's what I've been saying about all other aspects of the game.
But if you look at it, he does have a little bit better of a quarterback this year. I mean, Alex Smith is
right, but
done.
I'm saying it's got to be spread out now. So
yeah, and I mean,
Scary Terry isn't going to be Scary Terry as much because now they have someone else to throw the ball to as well.
But now they have a better offense, and this is where I have Washington beating you guys out. Now, you guys are obviously going to have the better offense. I don't think Jones is going to be great, but I think he can reach that borderline good this year because he's got all the weapons. He needs to fix the fumbling issue. That's no secret. So I think your offense is going to be better. I don't think it's going to be by a missile shot, but you're going to have a good gap there, and it's when the defense comes into mind. You guys, our defense is very close. You can have arguments for both sides.
I'll argue to the death that our secondary is better than Washington.
Okay, well, let's look at it. Bradbury against Fuller or whatever. They got that William Jackson guy. I would probably take Bradbury. Then you signed Adoree Jackson, who was pretty much hurt all year last year. I would take Fuller over him. Because we're arguing William Jackson versus Bradbury, and I like Bradbury over him. Safety wise, Jabril Peppers. I would take him over Curl. And then who's your guys' other safety?
We have Logan Ryan. We have Xavier McKinney.
So solid guys. Let's see.
We have Darnay Holmes. What else am I forgetting?
Barkley doesn't have competition at the running back position though. That's a little bit different. I guess that's fair. That's
I'm okay
a
with
fair
that.
Counterpoint argument because you guys do have wide receiver weapons now. But yeah, I mean,
I said it once and I'll say it again. My biggest concern when it comes to the Giants this year, other than Daniel Jones, And the reason I bring up Daniel Jones is because he's a big part of what I'm about to say. The thing I'm most concerned with is our offensive line.
Yeah, and that's what I wanted you guys to use your first pick on. And you guys didn't. You guys took one of your best core groups on your team, wide receiver, and now Tony, although isn't the bad. I mean, I would look at the Giants pick, and it's a little bit iffy for me because I think Tony will be a solid wide receiver in the NFL. Um, but the thing is, Bateman was there. Bateman was the better prospect at wide receiver. So that hurts the draft pick a little bit more there. But I mean, you guys could have won offensive line at that point. You could have maybe reached for Tevin Jenkins or traded back a little bit more and got draft capital. Because you guys lost Kevin Zietler, and you guys have Andrew Thomas, who could have a lot of upside this year, and could definitely solidify himself as the third best offensive lineman. Because I don't think he'll beat out Tristan Wirfs. Tristan Wirfs was incredible.
I think that Nate Solder will come back and have a much better season than he did 2 years ago. He got a nice break. He was able to get his body back healthy. I think he's going to have a much better year than he did 2 years ago.
Yeah, and that's fair. I think the Giants' offensive line will kind of be in that mediocre average range. I don't think they'll be good, but I think they have the ability to not be bad next season, and that's going to be important. If you can let Barkley reach 85% of the potential that he has next year, he's going to have a good year. And if you give Jones as much time as possible, and if he fumbles the ball, that's on him. But you give him as much time as possible as you can, and he's going to succeed as much as you can. I mean, a lot of people like to bring up the supporting cast argument for Baker Mayfield, which I understand. I don't think it was the offensive line that necessarily changed him, or Rashard or Jarvis stepping up a little bit. I don't see that. I see Kevin Stefanski. Kevin Stefanski is the only reason why Baker Mayfield is doing so well, is because he was able to look, okay, let's find a scheme that's worked for him. Baker Mayfield is really good in the play action, one of the best play action passers in the NFL, and that's what we excelled with. Teams were always looking for the run because we had Chubb and Hunt, and they weren't necessarily solely 100% focused on the pass game. So that allowed Baker to roll out, and with the offensive line, yes, he had more time, but he found what worked with Baker Mayfield. What Freddie Kitchens did, he made Baker Mayfield take 4 or 5 steps back. He wanted to do those fancy plays with Odell, use him as that big vertical route guy, and use Jarvis that way, and it didn't work. It did not work. So we were able to use Baker Mayfield as best as we can, and he's got great potential this season. So I'm definitely excited for that. Are these guys?
Chris is killing me here with his. Until I see Bradbury follow Terry the whole game. Dude, nobody does that. Stop with your garbage. Here, I got 2 words for you. Darius Geis. Where's he at? Yeah, exactly. Shut up.
Wait, he's a running back, right?
That's what he attempted to be with Washington.
Because I remember in Madden, I used to always try to get, if I had a big elusive running back, I wanted to get, a young, good power back, and I used to always pick up Darius Geis or whatever his name is, and he was a 73. So that's the only reason I know who he is.
Jalen Ramsey. No, Jalen Ramsey goes off other players too.
I'm gonna say this about Bradbury since we're on the topic of him. He has really only had one good year. This year he took a big step, and I'll absolutely give it to him. But to be fair, he was the only good cornerback on that team and definitely excelled from his supporting cast. But I'm not making the argument about that. James, when I talk about quarterbacks, if you want to bring supporting cast into the equation, okay, whatever. That's obviously going to help a quarterback.
Where's DeAndre Baker? He plays for the Chiefs. That's where he's at. Where's Darius Geis playing? That's right, he's not. Shut up, dude. You're pissing me off today. What a dick. He's really becoming on the bottom of my shit list.
Yeah, there's definitely a few people for me. I don't know if you heard about the faded LT situation with me and him, but I was in his live stream. We were just there was a big Lamar Jackson lover in there saying oh, Jackson's top 5, and he was arguing with him, and I'm saying Jackson isn't top 5, and We were talking about Carr a little bit. I was calling him a good
Okay.
back passer.
I'm sorry. Chris is
You're fine.
triggering the hell out of me today. So we drafted DeAndre Baker first
Get
round.
on
Take
here,
your ass
Chris.
off. Okay, I got one for you. We drafted DeAndre Baker first round. DeAndre Baker did play in a Giants uniform. The only thing that Geist did in a Washington uniform was get hurt. What's that?
Is that focus? Jordan Love says he will definitely be ready to start week 1 if needed.
Yeah, but that's not what Matt LaFleur said earlier today. Matt LaFleur said there's ups and downs, and there's definitely a lot of work that has to be done with Julian Love.
Yeah, get on here, Chris. If you want, I'll go off of here, and you can go ahead and rant and rave, or I can be an outside view. Because listen,
actually, with that, I only got about 25 minutes left, 24 minutes left. I got to get a couple other people on, man. So I appreciate you coming on like always.
Yep.
And thanks, man. You do take up some time, man, and I love that because you keep it going in here. So I appreciate that.
Yeah, I'm sorry about the people waiting. I apologize.
No, that's okay. It's all good, man. You get it going, and we have a good conversation. So with that, man, I'll talk to you soon. I appreciate you, bro.
Yep.
Have a good one.
You too, man.
All right. So we're gonna go Sleepy. I'm gonna get you on next, but Carson was here first. Carson, what's good, bro?
Yeah, what's up?
Sorry about the wait, man.
That's all right.
Yeah, Jacob gets going, man, and it's interesting. He's good. He knows what he's talking about, man. I can't deny that.
You're completely fine.
Dude, you scared the hell out of me with that TikTok today. I was like, no, this motherfucker. And then I heard psych, and I'm like, oh, thank God.
Yeah. Eagles suck.
Not really, because DeAndre Baker played. Shut up, Chris.
Chris is so biased.
Washington. Well, I'm totally honest about that. I've never, ever hated on any Washington fan or player till now. I hate it. Oh, I hate Washington. They're right there with Philly now. Right there. Because of Chris. Nobody else. Just you, Chris. No, I'm kidding.
See what you did, Chris? Gosh.
I still love Chris, though. I'm still mad at you. The Knicks lost because you weren't on my show.
I'm sorry.
So what's up, man? You on summer break now?
Yeah, I'm working pretty much full time now.
Oh, that's cool. What are you doing?
My dad, he has a small little electric company. I'm working for him.
Oh, that's cool. That's nice. He's not taking advantage of you because you're his son, is he? My uncles used to do that to me all the time. I'd go work for him and then think I'm getting paid this and get paid half of that. And I'm like, what the hell? I did just as much work as everybody else. That's why I don't work for him anymore. And actually, when he does call for me, because I do something different, like I don't do for him, he's basically needing me. So I'll tell him straight off the bat, this is what you're paying me. I'm getting paid what I get paid at work because if I get caught doing this for him, I can get kicked out. So
yeah,
you're paying me. But no, I love my uncle. He's a good dude. Well, what's going on here? Yes, Jared, I see you in the comments, and thank you for sticking up for me.
Oh, what's the score of the Suns game? I was gonna watch that.
Let me see. See if I can bring it up.
It just has started a few minutes ago. Suns are winning.
Oh, it just started?
Freaking Brooklyn Nets clapping the Bucks.
Yeah. So what's up, man? How you been? Everything good?
And not so great today. My dad, he was working in the hayfield today, and it was like 95 degrees.
Yeah, it was hot today.
He blacked out.
Ooh, is he okay?
He's fine now. I got him inside, and he's resting now. But yeah,
that's good. That's good. I'm glad to hear it.
Yeah, but other than that, I'm excited about Julio Jones not being in our division no more.
I bet you are. Oh, what happened to Sneaky or Sleepy Cowboy? He took off. I was going to get him on next. I don't know.
And the Panthers and the Colts are doing joint practice sometime in July.
Yeah, that's what Jacob was just talking about. How the Giants and the Browns are doing a joint practices too.
I was like, the Colts. That's such a random team.
Yeah, I know there were a couple times I remember the Giants doing practices with the Bears, and I remember them doing practices with the Vikings. Yeah. Yeah, I think every year they do something different with a different team.
Yeah.
Send me the invite again. All right, Sleepy. No problem, bro. There you go.
But yeah, on TikTok, I'm not getting any followers. I'm just getting like 150 likes per video.
Yeah, I'm getting that too. Like my followers are kind of like plateaued off.
Yeah.
But now I'm getting a shit ton of likes for my videos. It's weird.
Because, I mean, my last 4 videos are 928 views, 1,013 views, 1,924 views, and 2,922 views.
Yeah. Yeah, it's the same thing I'm getting too. It's weird. Something's going on with TikTok. I don't know if they're changing their policies or something. Something's weird. But I don't know.
But
All right.
I got a notification actually this morning. Somebody, Thomas Davis, our previous linebacker from a few years ago that retired, somebody stole his McLaren and wrecked it today.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Somebody was definitely out joyriding then. For sure. That's nuts, dude. Them things ain't freaking cheap either. Holy cow. The only time I've ever seen a McLaren up close is at the Philadelphia Auto Show. And they wouldn't let me sit in it. That pissed me off. Yeah. Hey, let me bump you into backstage, and I'm going to bring everybody on at the end. I want to get a couple more people in real quick because I only got like 20 minutes or so. All right, brother?
Yeah. All right.
See you in a bit. Where's Sleepy at? There he is. Yo.
Hey, Aunt.
What's up, bud? How are you?
Good, how are you?
Good. So what's up, man? What's going on?
Mostly nothing. I've just been checking up on like the ESPN app and all that. I was surprised that Julio Jones went to the Titans. I thought he would go to like the Patriots or like.
See, I was expecting him to go to the Patriots too. I thought he was for sure going to the Patriots.
So did I.
Yeah.
But man, I wish he went to the Cowboys.
I don't think they have any room for him.
I mean, replace CD.
Yeah, but
make him receiver 4. Make Julio Jones receiver 1, Amari Cooper 2, and then Michael Gallup 3.
I bet there's a lot of other Cowboys fans out there that might disagree with that.
Yeah, I think there's no Cowboys fans on the live right now, so yeah.
I got you, man. I got you.
So yeah.
Yeah, I think the only reason I think that didn't happen is because there's really no room for him. Plus, the other thing is too is I'm actually shocked because I thought that somebody would have given up a first round for him because I only think Julio's going to be around for another 3 years, maybe 4.
Yeah, that's exactly what I said to my dad. I thought that he would be around for like 2 to 4 more years.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's once he hits year 4, if he decides to stay that long, that's probably going to be the end of it.
Yeah,
and it makes sense, you know. And I think so. Here's the issue I have. It's not really an issue. I do think it's definitely an upgrade for Tennessee. I think it makes them a little better. I'm not a believer that it makes them a Super Bowl contender. I don't see it.
Yeah,
at least not yet.
Everybody's saying, and I agree with them. They're like, just because they have Julio Jones and what's his name, Derrick Henry, they're still not a Super Bowl contender. I know they'll make the playoffs. They're just not a Super Bowl contender. Right.
And I think a lot of that has to do, like, I think their offense is definitely going to be much better. But I think their defense is still just a little bit, lackluster, I guess you could say. They're not quite there.
Did they release Jadeveon Clowney, or has he been off the Giants?
No, he just who did he sign? He's with Cleveland.
Oh.
Yeah, he signed a 1-year deal with Cleveland.
Man, he's signing 1-year deals with everyone. A team at least has to pick him up for like 2 years, at least.
Well, you know what? It's nobody's fault but the team's signing him. Because first of all, they're giving him like, okay, so he's constantly asking for a whole bunch of money, which is ridiculous to me because he hasn't proven that he's worth that kind of money.
Yeah.
Secondly, is teams are so desperate for that other edge rusher that they're gonna pay him a lot for a 1-year deal because it's almost like a show and prove. But again, because of who Jadeveon Clowney is, it ends up being okay. Well, we'll see what happens. If you have a good year, we'll talk about a lengthy, contract. The problem with Clowney is he thinks he's worthy of a top defensive end money. He's not, and he hasn't proven that yet. So that's why he keeps getting these 1-year deals. Plus, he might like to travel too. That's the only other thing I can get out of it.
Yeah, he might just like the places that he's going to.
Yeah.
I feel like he's thinking of it like a vacation. Every
Probably.
single day he's just going to different teams, different states and everything.
Yeah, you're probably absolutely right on that. And again, like Clowney was this big hype when he came out of college, and I just don't see it with him. I really don't. I think he's good. I don't think he's great. I just really don't think he's great, and he's proven that by all the 1-year contracts he's getting. I'm just,
Yeah, pretty much.
So, I don't know. Is there anything else you have for me, bud?
No.
All right. Well, I appreciate you coming on.
Isn't this
What's
your
that?
10th episode, right?
Yep, my 10th episode. Thank you for remembering that.
Congratulations.
I appreciate that, man.
I was on Sneaky's live yesterday, and I had to remember that. So.
Yeah, I had to tell Sneaky that starting last night for anybody that didn't know, during Sneaky shows I can't be on much later than 10:30 because I got to get my body and my sleep patterns back down to work time because my shoulder is definitely getting better. I'm still a little bit away from being 100%, but I think I'm at the point now where I'm gonna hopefully get the clearance to go back to work, and if I do, I got to be up at like 4:00 in the morning because I drive all over New Jersey to do work. So on Tuesdays and Thursdays, I probably won't be on Sneaky's show much more than 10:30 unless it's like a great conversation and I just get caught up in it. And again, which is why I decided to do 8 to 10 on my show.
How long does it take you to get to where you work at?
Well, see, okay, I'm part of a union in New Jersey, and I could be working all the way up in actually New York. I could be working in Manhattan, and I could be working as far down as Delaware.
Wow.
On any given day. That's part of the reason they pay us. That's part of the reason they pay us so well because we are using our own vehicles, and we're doing a lot of traveling. We're using our, tolls and stuff like that. So, it's definitely worth the money for sure. It does suck. The drives are long. What's that?
I said, I bet it is.
Yeah, well, it would have to be to get me excited about driving, an hour and a half, 2 hours out of my way.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, that's kind of what I do. I work for Operating Engineers out of New Jersey, and it's local 825. If anybody wants to check out the website, it's cool stuff. We work with heavy machinery, your excavators, dump trucks, bulldozers, all that good stuff. But I do more of a, some people would say it's easier. I say it's more stress on your brain. I do what's considered civil engineering. So I do land surveying. If you want to check that out, it's pretty cool. I'm pretty sure you guys have seen the construction workers on the side of the road or guys that look like they're looking through a camera. That's kind of what I do. I'm one of those guys. And that takes a lot of brain work. And I'll tell you, at the end of each day, I got headaches because my brain's working so much. But
I bet you take a very long nap when you get home.
I try to. I remember a couple years ago, we worked a job. It wasn't too far from here. It was about 45 minutes from here, so it wasn't a bad drive. But we were working 7 days a week, 12 hours a day. We did that for
TMGF_26 just said, have you driven any of the machines?
Yes, I have. I've driven a dozer, which I cannot stand and I hate it. End dumps are pretty cool. It's basically just a dump truck. It's pretty nice. And actually, with the vehicles that they have today, some of these companies, they're really comfortable. Like the last end dump or back end loader, as they call them, I was in, had heated and air conditioned seats. They have a huge cabin. It's basically a 1-seater, but then they got a little fold down second seater. if you're driving with somebody. They got AM, FM, Bluetooth, CD, all kinds of stereo in there. I mean, it's got some really cool gadgets in these things, and it's fun. It's fun to do. It really is. It's just like I said, when you're driving all day on a job site, bouncing around back and forth, dumping dirt, picking up dirt, dumping stone, picking up stone, and then you got to drive home at the end of it. It can be tiring for sure.
It would be funny if they literally added like seats that are like have lights on them. It would just make them like a
all of our machines
car,
have like all of our machines have bright lights because we work in the rain, the snow, like
basically
so they have pretty much everything. Yep. And the seats are pretty equivalent to like the computer seats. They're really comfortable, and like I said, they're heated and air conditioned. So if it's a really cold day, you start up the truck, you turn on the heated seat. By the time you get in, man, it's nice and warm. Or if it's a really hot day, you turn on the air conditioned seat, man. It's nice. It's good stuff, man. I tell you, our union takes care of us. They absolutely do.
Mm-hmm.
So, all right, brother, I'm gonna let you go because I'm gonna get a couple other people on. I think I got at least one more person that hasn't been on the show yet today.
Okay.
So I'm gonna get Michael on, and I'll hopefully see you next week or even tomorrow on Sneaky Show. All right, brother.
Yeah, I'm gonna be there on Sneaky Show tomorrow.
All right, cool. I'll see you there.
Day of school, and
very good. Nice.
I'm in 5th grade, so.
Okay, so you're going to 6th grade next year?
So. Mm-hmm.
That's cool, man. Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, man. Well, I guess I'll see you on Sneaky Show tomorrow night.
All right.
All right, brother. You have a good night.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.
Michael, what's up, bro?
What's up?
How you doing, man?
I haven't been listening to the show. I just came back, so I just came home. So
where were you at?
I just went to just hang out with my friends. So.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
Oh yeah, it's so nice.
Oh, okay. So you how many followers do you have on TikTok?
I think now it's 78.
All right. Well, shoot me a TikTok and we'll get you up there.
All right.
Carson, you still here, Carson? We got to get Mike up there, guys. Everybody that's on TikTok, we got to get Mike up there. We got to get his numbers up, guys. CJ, you got me? I see you. We got to get Mike's numbers up there. So we're all for you, buddy. We're gonna get you. We're gonna get you some followers, bro.
I was gonna.
Actually, let me get everybody on together. We've got about 7 minutes left in the show. Let's get everybody on together.
I'll give you a shout out.
There you go.
Hey,
did you kick him out?
Did I kick? No. Yeah, maybe I did. I'm sorry, Mike. Hey, there he is. I guess I got button happy right there.
Apparently.
I'll leave it to you. I don't know how you guys do it. Like, I go back and forth between the comments, and it's like.
Wait, so have you heard that the Knicks, they're looking for Oubre too? I mean, I don't know about Oubre, Kelly Oubre. We'll see.
Yeah, I saw something today about them trading for who the hell was it?
Damian Lillard.
I want to say it was, but I don't think it was him. I think it was somebody else. Oh yeah, John Wall. They were talking about trading. I don't want John Wall. I like John Wall, but I don't want him.
I'd rather keep Randall. I'm there.
Who is this? The one, the only. Chris, is that you? I just saw somebody's face. Comment, or I'm not bringing you on. Whoever it is. If it's Chris, I'll bring you on. But you can either show me your face again or put something in the comments to let me know who it is. I can't see who it is. All right. If it's a clown, I'm gonna take him off. But oh, it's my brother, you dumbass. I couldn't see the whole thing. And from what I'm seeing, it says the one, the only J. What's up, man? How's Florida?
Better than being home.
Not really. You're not here with me.
Better than being home.
Oh, you suck. You're horrible.
Yo, Florida is a different place.
The greatest place on earth.
Yeah, you should hook up with CJ.
Yeah. What's up?
Where are
I'm
you
down
at?
in Deerfield.
Is that near you, CJ, or no?
No, I'm in Tampa.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, I'm on the other coast right now.
Oh, you're closer to Miami, right?
Half hour north of Miami.
Why are you like in the dark? What are you doing?
Laying on the bed. Brian's in front of me, trying to go to sleep.
Hi, Brian.
Brian, Uncle Anthony says hi. He says hi.
Where's Bailey at?
Outside with her mother.
I know it's a sports show and we're having family conversation.
Yeah, I know. Come on.
Gotta love it. Gotta love it. Well, it's funny, man. This is the second week in a row I didn't get a call to remind me that I have a show tonight.
Because I was in Florida. I was out to dinner.
Oh, you know what? You're full of shit. You called me yesterday thinking it was yesterday. Am I wrong?
No, I called you yesterday, not knowing that yesterday was Tuesday.
Yeah, see? But then when we talked and I told you it was Tuesday, that would have made you know today was Wednesday.
Yeah, well, I was busy.
Yeah.
Busy doing what? The hell are you watching?
Right, say hi.
That looks like a game.
Who's that?
Brian.
Hi, Brian.
Hi.
Where's
Say
Paris?
you smell like caca.
You smell like caca.
I smell like caca? Okay. Oh yeah, Mike. Thanks for pointing that out. I actually literally didn't realize that. So positive Phillies being really unpositive. No, I'm just kidding. He's just reminding me that I didn't put episode 10 in my. There he is.
It's a reminder, Philly. You know.
Yeah, do me a favor. Go back in the dark.
Still coffee.
God, you're fugly.
Hi.
Hi. Who's that? Bailey girl? Hi, Bailey.
Hi.
How you doing, princess?
Yeah.
What happened? Is that my beautiful sister-in-law too?
Nope, it's just me.
Yeah, go back in the dark. Oh. Come on, I just ate, dude. It's gross. Wait, here we go.
The funny thing is, I would do this to my brother too.
Would you?
Yeah.
We're like this all the time. This isn't a show, guys. We're not putting on a show for you. We are like this all the time. Jared, am I lying?
No.
Yeah. Oh, that was gross.
It was a loogie.
Was it good?
Chunky.
Gross.
I like the salty ones. Was it salty?
Bailey, come out here. Show everybody your beautiful face.
Yeah, because I'm tired of looking at that one.
Come on. Come on. Show everybody your beautiful face.
Look at that pretty little girl. Hi,
Say
pretty.
Hi.
Hi, Bailey.
Say I love my daddy.
I love my daddy and my mommy.
That's right. Nah.
Who does she love more, though?
Ooh, Mom.
Mommy.
Her
Definitely.
mom.
Definitely, Mom.
That's a mommy's girl. Well, you guys excited? You enjoying the show?
So, I came to the conclusion that I am now a New England Patriots fan.
What was that? I didn't hear you.
I can't repeat myself.
Well, I didn't hear what you said.
I forgot what I said.
Said he's
Yeah,
a Pats fan.
Yeah, I didn't. Shut up.
18-1, remember. 2-0.
Yo, easy. It's a kid's show. What the fuck's wrong with you?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
No, he's lying.
Fortunately, guys, for the language barrier, I'm not picked up by anybody like Sneaky is, so I can drop the F-bomb here and there. It's if I ever get picked up that it's going to be hard for me to do. All right, guys. Well, I appreciate everybody being on once again. Thanks for the fun. Jared, I love you, man. Thank you for coming on.
Say I love you too, Uncle Anthony.
I love you. I love you, Auntie.
Love you too, baby. That's a first time. Guys, you just witnessed the first time she's ever said that to me. I'm not even kidding.
All right, I gotta go off and do dad things.
All right, love you, bro.
Love you too. Bye.
Later. That's my
Okay,
brother, guys.
so now that the family reunion's over,
Yeah, exactly. Oh, you can't tell me that wasn't great entertainment.
Yeah, that was great.
my brother would have been funnier.
Well, you guys are a little younger than, because we get worse. Believe me, it gets a lot worse. The snot swallowing thing, that's an everyday occurrence. I swear to God, if you cut him open, he's half snot and half food. All right, guys. Well, I'm a minute over what I wanted to be. I appreciate you guys. Let me get you out of here one by one. Mike, we are going to get your numbers up, brother. All right?
All right. Thanks so
All
much.
right, man. Have a good night, bud.
Hey, go Suns, right? Go
Yes, sir.
Suns.
Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Jaden, appreciate having you on, buddy.
Yes.
Always a pleasure. My fellow Yankee fan.
And we're winning too.
Thank God.
About time.
We're going to put together a 2-game winning streak. Woohoo!
Oh, man.
All right, brother. I'm sure I'll see you on Sneaky Show tomorrow night, bud.
Yes, sir.
Have a good night, bud.
You too.
Later. All right. Since you guys are like all awesome. All right.
Hey guys.
I'm going to close my eyes and see who I'm kicking off next. It is. Oh, it's McNugget.
Oh, all right.
All right. Knocked out McNugget. I appreciate you like always. Love having you on the show. There's no one I like jawing back and forth with better than you. So, you have a good night, and I'll see you on Sneaky Show tomorrow.
Hopefully.
All right. You have a good night.
You too.
Is that Oliver?
Yep.
Night, Oliver.
Oliver.
Be good. See you later.
See ya.
CJ.
Hey, NFC South on top. LeBron James the GOAT. G's up.
Thank you, brother. I'll talk to you soon.
And look who is last.
My lucky charm.
Kinda.
All right, brother, man. I appreciate having you on like I always do, man.
Yeah, and Mike, I shout you out. Go look at my recent TikTok.
There you go, Mike. Check it out, brother. All right, guys. I'm not going to do an after show tonight. I got to get my big butt to bed because if I do feel okay tomorrow, I got to do my walk or I'm going to be 2 days behind, and that's going to make me hurt. So with that being said, Carson, I will see you tomorrow night. All right, brother. Have a good night.
All right. G's up.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Love all you guys, man. Appreciate you all coming on. Yes, including you, Chris. I mean, W up. Hey, it's all good, bro. You know I got love for you, man. Thanks for keeping me on my toes. I do appreciate it. Guys, love yous all. Positive Philly. Thanks for coming on without coming on. Got to make an appearance. It's been a while, but love you too, brother. Love all you guys. Have a wonderful night. See, am I forgetting anything? I know we did get off a little off topic tonight. I know I wanted to talk a little bit more about the Julio Jones thing, but you guys keep this show going, man. It's not me, it's you. So, having said that, I will see you guys hopefully tomorrow night on Sneaky Show. Having said that, G's up. Deuces.
What's happening? What's happening? What's up? What's happening? What's happening? What's up? Hey, what's happening? What's happening? Hey, what's up? What's happening? What's happening? Hey, you know we about to turn up. Switch the road to burn up. A couple partners leaning, we double cup the syrup. Ain't no trouble about the